From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday Nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing. As off we go on EA Sports.
Should still be up. Yes, no, never mind. I'm about to put it up now.
It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Yeah, man.
On play action, Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants.
Goose had to restart.
They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run here with Balaj.
There we go, Kayla.
The first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott. And he's got Pierce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then it opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter.
That's going to be a lot of man blitz.
Throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott.
What the?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes.
Come on, bro. It's a high ball and all that, bro.
Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
And that motherfucker didn't go nowhere. Look at that.
Because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did,
no reason for that pass to be so fucking low.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, Prescott.
Who is he throwing it to?
Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
This nigga that, bro.
Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good
like,
ones,
literally.
they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
Email complete. Let's go.
Defense has a touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this game.
Dak gonna lose his trade, bro. Fuck that. That nigga sound like an idiot.
Came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Let's go, Watson. I want him there. I don't want him there. Yes, I do. Fuck it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time, hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Got a man. That's
why are you taking so long to come downhill, bro?
Beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Giants at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. These two teams all tied after one.
One of these guys. Where's he at?
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Throwing Jones. Pass is caught.
What the hell just happened?
And he'll be taken down, but
he just abandoned whoever he was checking.
Midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. It's Barkley on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate.
He did that, just abandon whoever he was assigned to. That's fucking crazy.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Allen Johnson.
7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Jones. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7.
That's insane, bro.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Left side, he finds Pierce. Touchdown, Cowboys. Alec Pierce, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
7 yards there and a first down.
The Giants understandably wanted to bring Barkley back slowly from a torn ACL last season, especially after their star also picked up an early season ankle injury. In the end, the production was just under 600 yards for him in 2021. But the silver lining, it should be full speed ahead from the very first snap this season.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Play action now. Prescott. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. He finds Pierce. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Let's go. 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Jones.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Micah Parsons.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach saying, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Colin Johnson.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Giants have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Gano the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guy's right.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First down carry for Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. Now back to the ground game with White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Donald Parham, 27 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
He finds his man Johnson. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Left side, he's got Robinson. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Gano's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them a lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott off play action. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Room here to run. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That good for 19 at a 1st down. They stay on the ground with White. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. On 2nd and 9, Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, spaces at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, that's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Micah Parsons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. Big 3rd down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 4th-quarter lead. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First down, and it's Pollard again. He'll take it inside the 25. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Dak. And he's got Pierce. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
To throw, Prescott. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Jones. Gets this to Bellinger. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones. Another pass complete to Bellinger. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Jones. This is caught by Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And the 13-year man puts it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it, Rob? Maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.